Good evening, dear friends. It's a wonderful evening, and I am so very happy that I can see beautiful souls along with me wishing you well. And during this pandemic, I believe that you all in pink of health. Today, we are breaking the barriers to actually confront the youngsters of a nation. It is my honor to have Hardeep Sinhmar with me and Srishti, who's going to be introducing Hardeep in a wonderful way. How many achievements and how many accolades this person has in his life, but he's still grounded. And that's the beauty of it. I believe honors, awards, and achievements, they are nothing. You have to be working every single moment of your life to earn the respect that he has earned very genuinely. I appreciate his time that he has given for Deep Talks today as a global speaker. I am honored to be presenting this show with Hardeep and Srishti. So, welcome, my dear friends. I welcome you to this beautiful conversation because this is going to be tremendous and terrific. As always, we have all the beautiful guests on this show. This is the 63rd episode, and I hope that we all enjoy this conversation as much as I do while hosting it. So, all over to you, Srishti. Let's have Hardeep's introduction and get going with Deep Talks.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening and welcome everyone. It is my honor to introduce to you our guest for tonight, Mr. Hardeep Simar. Hardeep Simar is a global educator and global peace ambassador. He is a renowned person for social welfare works in education awareness and employment training services at national and international levels and is honored for giving amazing results by international organizations such as UNO, WHO, GPF Fred's Corpset, GP by C, Indian government departments, and various NGOs. Many dignitaries like Honorable Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, Honorable ex-President of India, Mr. Pranab Mukherjee, and Honorable ex-Vice President of India, Mr. Hamid Ansari, also awarded and honored him for his amazing work at national and international level. The Honorable Governor of Punjab and Haryana and Administrator of Chandigarh had also awarded him with Roll of Honour for making Chandigarh and India proud. His amazing results as a contractual government school teacher of English in Education Department of Chandigarh Administration for the classes 1 to 8th led him to be promoted to teach classes 9th to 12th. After that, he served as a lecturer of Training Placement Program at Chandigarh University. Thereafter, he also cleared the test and interview for the Youth Exchange Program for United Nations Peace Program for Sustainable Development Goals organized by Norwegian government and served there for 6 months. He is now running an academy successfully in Chandigarh since 2019, officially but temporarily since 2008, and has produced impeccable results in education and is popular as a compartment cracking expert. I feel honored to mention here that Dr. Gurleen Khokhar is a novel soul, and as a psychologist, she has interviewed many dignitaries both in India and abroad to share their experiences for the welfare of the society and public in general. Today, she has chosen Mr. Hardeep Simha, a youngster from our generation, to share his wonderful experiences, and it is noteworthy to be joining this terrific conversation. I hope you all enjoy this beautiful talk, and I would love to see everyone sharing and liking this soon to make us feel right. I leave the virtual stage of communication open to the public and ma'am for leading the way up. Thank you, sir and ma'am.
Thanks a lot, Srishti, for a wonderful introduction to what Hardeep is doing and who he is. It's an honor for me, and I feel that youngsters of a nation should get away for contributing towards the development of a nation. So, welcome once again, Hardeep, to Deep Talks, and thanks a lot for giving us the time because time is valuable for everybody. And I'm so sure that you started planning for your success very early in your life. So let me ask you one question. Why did you think that Deep Talks is the perfect stage for voicing your opinions and why you are here today?
I believe because you are working in a great manner, ma'am. From last year, I am enjoying your show, Deep Talks,
Thank
and
you.
it is having a broad audience, and it is reaching beyond ocean, and many people are getting great guidance and psychological relief. Even many of my friends, like I shared with you, are also getting
Yes.
peace of mind after getting great guidance from your this show.
True. That's fantastic and well stated. You've been watching and you've been following the work that I'm doing. As a mental health expert, it is an honor for me to delve deeper into the younger generation and find out what they are doing. Are they really concerned for the humanity? So, what is your take on this pandemic situation, which has affected many mindsets? Do you think people should ask for help and should help? Because this is dying down. The milk of human kindness is just corroding away. And I feel that one should just try to raise a toast to those souls who are suffering during this pandemic and also make them feel that there is another hope and there is no darkness to what they can achieve in their lives. Do you really think that being a mental health expert, I can raise such issues on Deep Talks and make the public feel better, brighter, and more positive? Because optimistic attitude towards life is really something that people should enjoy every moment of living a lifestyle that is better and progressive.
Yes, ma'am, I firmly believe it. That yes, at this pandemic time, this is a crucial time at when we are feeling so much problematic because everything was under lockdown and people were
Yes,
losing jobs and even some of them were too much kind of that suicidal situation that what will be
true,
happening next in our life. And at that moment, I'm glad that you started your show and many
true.
people were contacting me that sir, please guide us that what to do. Because last year
Yes,
when pandemic happened, many of my friends
true,
were asking me. Then I shared your show, the link of your show, and
true.
what happened actually. Even last year when I started Zoom classes for
Yes,
my academic classes, even candidates were asking their personal life problems that this thing is
true,
happening, that is our exams are going to happen, is our career is in danger or it is safe. So at that time, mental health experts like you played the major role, and I'm glad without you this problem was unable to be handled professionally because at this pandemic time it was a very difficult time. Even I also felt some of the moments that next moments are coming to be very dire, dangerous
true,
situation because
true.
people were losing jobs and people
Yes,
were not allowed to go out and to start any new sorts of incomes. And the
yes.
problem happened that at home people were facing domestic violence because at the beginning of the lockdown last year in the March,
Very important
just
point that is. Violence in the home is not tolerable at all. People are getting aggressive, and I've heard such cases where people have lost their temper, patience, and perseverance to continue doing anything that is progressive and positive. A very important point that you mentioned, Hardeep, and I am honored that you, as a youngster, are thinking about all these things and issues that can be the highlight of the show because just working for no progress is no work at all. You are contributing back to the nation as a citizen. So you are feeling great about the work that you do. So are you really working towards the social welfare which you have gained accolades in? Because I know that you are a global educator, a global peace ambassador. So being a global peace ambassador, how do you think are you contributing towards the development of the nation? May I ask you this question because it might inspire those people who are just thinking, sitting at home, how can they contribute in their own ways, in their own capabilities and abilities as a youngster?
By the way, thanks a lot for the appreciate, ma'am. Actually, whenever I have achieved something in my life, I felt like total darkness after some weeks. Because after some weeks, that limelight and spotlight goes away, and I feel lonely also that I have
True,
achieved this level. What's next? So it is
true,
very compulsory to keep setting next and next levels and keep achieving them and keep climbing the ladder of peace and success in our life. And this happened with me after some of my great achievements, which were at a moment were my dreams, and I don't know how I achieved because I just kept going. That let whatever happen, I will just do it. So after that, that
Fantastic.
total darkness kind of situation came in my life that now I have achieved this. Even my parents, family, relatives are saying that just go and get the government job. I achieved it.
Yes.
A lot of hard work and guidance of parents and great guidance of my teachers, friends helped me a lot, and I am very thankful to all of them. I achieved, but after that, what's next? What next? So I kept on working rather than getting bored. That all right,
Yes.
I'm done. Because whenever I feel satisfied, I just starting getting irritated with my own life. That my life is not this. I need to level up. I need to grow up because whenever I feel like this, I feel like getting kind of my life just start getting like a junkyard. That now the game is over. But
That's a very positive point that you have put forward, and a benevolent fact that at certain points you do feel lonely after achieving one phase of life, one achievement, and then you think about another, and then you keep moving towards achieving many more things. But there are people who are so overambitious that they fall back to depression when they are not getting what they actually require to feel satisfied. So, did you face any kind of dissatisfaction in any of the spheres while working and overcoming the challenges that you might have faced while achieving all the achievements that you have been honored by?
honestly, if I tell you, if my friends, my teachers, even family and friends say that if I have, little bit more success in my life, but I have more failure than that and dissatisfaction, rejection. And I'm
True.
not saying that I've done a lot of hard work and I'm the most struggler in the world. But yes, without hard work and struggle, nothing is possible. But the point is, keep going. If the life is becoming hell, why to stay there? We should keep working and get out of that hell and let other people also pull out of that hell. So there are a lot of
That's
situations.
a terrific statement that you have conveyed to the audience who's watching. By the way, the ones who've joined us, a wonderful evening to all of you. We are in conversation with Hardeep Simmer, who has done a lot of work in the social area and has been honored by Prime Ministers and President of India. And I'm so very glad that today he is amongst us contributing towards Deep Talks some tips that can be really helpful for all of you. So the ones who are watching, do not forget to comment, like, share this while we are live, because this is something that can affect somebody's mindset. And who knows, every talk gains a little from what is going on in the world and what one has learned over the years. This is something that I always feel proud of when I host such guests who are on the love seat, because all it takes is courage to be there and also to talk fearlessly about their experiences in life that can actually make somebody really happy and put a smile on someone's face. So, Hardeep, you are renowned for the social work and honored by international organizations such as United Nations organizations, WHO, GPF, Fred's Corpset, GPYC, Indian government departments. How does it feel to have achieved such tremendous achievements through such international organizations? All over the years, you must not have thought about it, or was it coming as a child that you were thinking about achieving these dreams? How did your parents react, and were you actually digesting these achievements at a younger age? I would love to know from you an honest reply.
Earlier in the beginning, ma'am, if I honestly tell you, I belong to village Khodali Sher, Sector 1, UT Chandigarh.
Yes,
There is not that kind of awareness programs, or at even our I'm a government school student. Such
yes,
awareness is not in our country. If I honestly tell you, I'm not just running the name of my country. I salute and proud to be a great Indian. But still, there are many fields and parts that we are focusing to aware our youngsters and provide them such services, futuristic services. That yes, what we can do to keep our future safe and secure and build up our nation. And
true.
what happened when I reached at my 12th grade? In my 12th class, I was attended a an international youth peace fest held in Chandigarh. And
Wow.
when it held in Chandigarh, I was surprised to see that even from fifth to sixth class, students were coming from abroad, and they were, sharing great thoughts, which we were only studying in our books. And
Yeah.
even such a young age,
So true. Yes.
those who are, half of their age than us, and they are sharing such a great thing. Why can't we? This message starting in my mind. When it started, I just started focusing that how I can try. It was great change in my life, kind of turning point you can say. I started thinking and just thinking that why can't we? Even these kids are just half of age than us. Then
True.
I was doing that volunteering in that event. I just started asking to the main management, seniors, my supervisors, that how we can also go abroad or to other states to provide such social awareness programs and our points, that how we
What a
can make our
fantastic
India more
thought you
growth.
had. What a fantastic thought you had, because that is something that is relevant enough for a youngster to think of contributing towards the global arena. That's wonderful that you actually had an idea about going abroad and you thought about the future and the safety of a nation as well. Because when you are educated, it's not necessary that you implement the ideas that are positive and progressive towards the development of the nation. That is fantastic, Hardeep. I am so honored that I'm in conversation with you. There are a lot of people who have joined us, and I would love to say a very, very warm welcome to all of them. Jagdish saying the enjoying the video a lot. Srishti, who's my co-host, saying amazing to hear you, sir. Colonel S.K. Bedi, a very good evening, good going. It's an interesting session. Chandini Tiwari says awesome session. It's my honor to have you all across this beautiful virtual online platform where I happen to meet not only the host, that is me, but the one who's interacting with the person who's sitting on the love seat and having the courage to speak about their life experiences and the challenges they've faced in achieving what they have achieved. From a layman to somebody who's achieved something great in life is actually to be honored every single moment, because motivation is needed for every single soul on this planet. And believe you me, most during the pandemic times that we have come to realize the importance of human lives. And I hope that we carry forward the milk of human kindness as I do by hosting this show. This is seriously a fantastic session going on. So please stay tuned and share, because this will make us feel more happy, more better, and brighter. So, yes, Hardeep, cutting you short, I started my tips for the people who are watching us. I would want you to continue with what you were saying.
The point is, continues like this. I started working for various social programs parallelly with my studies. That on Saturday and Sunday, even I was not taking off and not staying home. I was going for social work with various NGOs, those who are working for United Nations Sustainable
True.
Development Goals. And I'm glad that starting from my school level and in my college days, in my university days, I went to such parts of our society and our country where I just found that there are no doubt people are totally unaware that what is happening around us, what is happening in this world. And when I went about awareness programs, polio vaccination program, you can say, and then various AIDS awareness, eyes donation, organ donation programs, it was a great peace of mind for me that at least I am contributing in their life, and that is bringing peace of mind to me. That rather than just eating, sleeping at home and just chilling with friends or just wasting my time, I just you know contributed in their life, those who are just believing that there is nothing more in life and nothing more we can do in our life. And they also
Wonderful.
got some motivation from our team, from our
Great.
NGOs, and it was a great turning point. That's why I say that I get guidance. I got guidance from various seniors that yes, you can try in another program. There is one more program. There is at state level program. There is a state level, city level, North Zone India level, and at national and international level also. Then slow and steady, that dream got true. When I just got mail from my one of my ma'am that yes, there is a program which where I should go and try my luck. And by the way, I don't believe only in luck, because luck is nothing if we don't put in the hard work, and
True.
if we don't just, start working on that project. Because if I keep just thinking that if it will be in my luck, I will get it just by sitting on my chair or just lying on my bed. But we
So
have to,
true.
start working
Youngsters
on
do
what
think
we
like
get.
that. Youngsters of the nation do think like that, that we can get all the achievements sitting at home. And it's a fantastic point that you are putting forward that you have to really work hard. You don't have to throw everything on the external factors. You have to internally get motivated to, move, take the initiative and move forward. Yes, you were saying something, Hardeep.
Then slow and steady, I have made some point because from last year I have also started, charitable, you can say, weekly sessions for some kind of motivation and how to cope up depression and how to, stay motivated for future at this pandemic time. Then I, shared on various topics that how to stay motivated because I know I'm also, not like that robot to stay motivated all the time. I'm also a human being and some bad thing happens around me and in my life also. So there is a fact that motivation is like bathing. We have
Yeah,
to,
that is a fact that you are talking, that even a psychologist would need somebody to talk to. And this is something very genuine. Everybody needs some help. Everybody goes through depressive phases. Everybody goes through low downs. Everybody goes through breakdowns. My dear friends who are watching us, please feel free to leave your comments, because this is something that we're talking and we're in conversation with Hardeep Simmer, making the best of what the conversations can bring to you. And not only you, the ones who'll be watching us later, they would be, happy to see us convey something that's so genuine, honest, and coming from a youngster. It will contribute towards the progress of the younger lot, as well as adults who are listening, the parents who are watching, the educationists who are watching, all of them, because it is not only regarding one aspect of what we are talking of, it is regarding every aspect that can be followed, and you can actually live a better life. Yes, Hardeep, you can continue with what you were saying, that you never feared, you came out of your challenges and you were motivated, but also you underwent some challenges that led you to depression and much more. So you can carry forward what you wanted to convey in this conversation, because this is the 63rd episode and I'm so delighted that you are there with us. Not only that, there's a beautiful revelation that we are going to let the audience know in the end, because this person is going to have his birthday tomorrow, and what a beautiful way to hold him today on this seat. And he is talking and sharing something that's so honest and genuine. So I'm so delighted that this is a moment of celebration for Deep Talks, because somebody who's going to have his birthday tomorrow, we all are there wishing him well. So yes, you can continue with your answer, Hardeep, with a smile.
thank you so much, ma'am. And the point is that there are, several hurdles came in my life. Those who just gave me a great push because always motivation cannot work. Sometimes
Yes.
it takes, some kind of, strong mindset that if something is stopping me, that is not my luck. That is, lack of my hard work. That's
Yes.
why the biggest problem I found at the final year of my graduation, no doubt, I was facing that thing since my childhood days. And I'm glad that you are working on that point also in
True.
your health conversation in the talks.
True.
That there
True.
are various kind of things that are happening, worldwide. And I believe
Yes.
those things are negative vibes that if people are not able to, compete or, you know, become success in their projects, dreams, career. They start playing game of blame game. I just use this word rather than playing blame games. Why can't we, improve our skills and fight again? Fight is not with
Very well,
anyone.
very well said. Very well said, Hardeep. I am so delighted that this statement of yours has made me smile even more. Instead of playing blame game, my dear friends, why cannot we look into ourselves and we look into where our inner potential is lying? Because that is something that we've already conditioned to think about the worst consequences in life. Why can't we break through those conditioned stereotypes of family, society, and our thoughts that we cannot achieve it? Even the word impossible says it's possible. So why, my dear friends, cannot we think for the optimistic viewpoint rather than only blaming others, whether it's your family, your friends, or your near and dear ones? Hardeep has stated something that the younger generation needs to have a look at, because usually in the home atmosphere you do find kids blaming parents and parents blaming their parents, and it just goes on. It's something that is a chain. We need to break this, and we need to think a lot more in this area where we can have conversations on this, and this could be implemented in correcting where we are going wrong. It's not only the younger generation, the adults also can, commit mistakes and never listen to some people who are trying to tell them that this is wrong. So, my dear viewers, no matter the age, it is, if we are blaming somebody, let's all look into our own selves. We should know our strengths, we should know our weaknesses. And Hardeep is right here stating something that is so honest, and being truthful is coming along with a lot of challenges. I'm sure, Hardeep, you must have faced, and you are here talking about it. And I'm glad that you are doing it, because Deep Talks is talking about those deep topics that hardly people talk about on other shows. And that is the USP of the show. We are keeping the show alive because we want the facts out right there for the audience to listen to and grab some tips to go ahead in life. So, yes, you were saying something, and I'm so happy that you're sharing the facts and honest facts that can be shared only on this platform. Carry forward, Hardeep.
So it started, from my school days, but I was ignoring that such people, are always in our life, and it became my life coach also. After enjoying, pan India and abroad also, when I met, from almost all, citizens from all the countries at our,
True,
youth camp in Norway, that there is a fact which became reality from my experience, that we can find every kind of person everywhere. Either it is good, bad, romantic, cheater, helping nature, very humble, polite. So there are, every kind of person can be found everywhere. So it
true.
started from my school, then I enjoyed it in college also. But when I was working for my dream at my final year of my college, at that time just I gave up. That no more should be there about these negativities. I'm living in this city, Chandigarh, beautiful in India. If this is known as city, then what will be happening in the rural areas where people are even not getting assistance from, powerful departments like police department, health department? What will be
True.
happening there with such kind of things? For example, in sixth or seventh class, it start coming in, syllabus of our, school books, that there should be no discrimination on the basis of caste, creed, culture, religion,
Yes.
gender. Even this, statement just crammed by us all students, that
Yes.
it is not happening practically. If you
True.
come out and enjoy it, that whatever the field it may be, or whatever the city or place it may be, at least 1% or little bit more, we can see that yes, either due to gender, color, caste, creed, region, religion, such thing happens
True.
in our India. And when it started happening with me, even without any mistake, so it gave me a feeling of guilty that now it's enough. No more I will tolerate it without making any mistake. That if I am from, rural area, what's my
Yes.
mistake? I'm just giving my best in the ground and extracurricular activities in my education, and I am giving my best even beyond my limits. I am pushing my
Yes.
limits. I have to try more and more and make my city more prouder. That yes, there are some students in city Chandigarh. That yes, those who are working in social work, even various kind of educational competitions, that yes, they are winning. I thought to make my village proud, my family proud, my city proud. But when I leveled up my achievement, I found all kind of these discriminations, partialities, rejection. But I started fighting on that in my final year of my graduation, rather than getting
Cutting you
violent.
short, Hardeep, cutting you short here, just because there's a lot that you have said, and there's a lot that I need to ask. You have, been honored by dignitaries like Prime Minister of a nation, Narendra Modi, ex-President of India, Mr. Pranab Mukherjee, ex-Vice President of India, Mr. Hamid Ansari. You have been honored for your terrific work that you're doing for social. work and for social areas, for the educational purposes, being a global peace ambassador, do you really feel that the people who are scheduled castes, they face a lot more than others while achieving all this that you have achieved? Because this is something you were talking about, and it's a very important facet for the society to know that I think rules should be obeyed, but I feel that don't limit your inner potential to break through these conditioned stereotypes where one needs to just open the mindset and accept everybody in the society with open arms, because this is something that people still cannot follow, and they still have that kind of a grudge in their mind that they would love to, differentiate, demarcate, categorize people, judge, analyze people. So I have never felt like that on this show as well. I have always stated the ones who want to come on the show fearlessly can always send me an email on gurleenkhokhar@gmail.com, because there is something that I would love to state today, that holding dignitaries is a great idea, but holding a layman on the show who's faced challenges to get to a position is amazing. The amount of satisfaction I get to hold somebody from the normal crowd is immensely, immensely incredible. It is something that speaks volumes, because somebody has risen from where he was or she was to a new height and still knows the way how to live life in a better way than the one who's already in a wealthy family and has got everything that he could think of. So this is something that I wanted to ask you, Hardeep. Was it challenging enough to be honored by such high dignitaries and then still remaining grounded? And did not people follow you for asking you that how did you overcome the challenge of being still a scheduled caste and still breaking the myths of being one?
By the way, there are a lot of discrimination. I won't say only that it happens in our India, SC, ST, OBC, Dalits, Harijan. People are getting discriminated. I have seen, a lot of kind of discrimination partialities happening, either due to rural or, urban area. You can say discrimination can be seen. Rich or poor discrimination can be seen. Even the gender discrimination can also be seen, just because of still some people are practicing patriarchal thoughts and society. Even I'm very surprised to just when I met you and listened to your experience, that yes, there are some kind of patriarchal problems still happening in our 21st century in India.
Yes,
And
true.
what happened with you? That when I started, getting some kind of such, negativity, that because of my, color also sometimes, and sometimes just because of my rural area background, and sometimes
Totally
just
can
because of,
understand.
little bit financially, you can say, and even I was surprised that since my childhood days, my parents never taught me to discriminate anyone, and I don't believe that any parent should teach anyone. But there are, still some areas. Even if you go, like we are living in Chandigarh, this is the capital of Punjab and Haryana. If
Yes.
you go to the rural areas of our Punjab and Haryana and Himachal, there are still some people of those cheap thoughts that we are from higher caste or upper caste, and we have to discriminate other, and we should not share with them our food items or anything like this. Even one of my students just came from Muzaffarnagar for her
Okay.
studies, and I'm glad that people from various states are also getting guidance and education. She also shared this reality which happened just before 2 days in front of her eyes in Chandigarh, in our Chandigarh.
Yes.
But, there were some guests, those who came in her neighbor's house, and when later on they came to know that their caste is a little bit lower than them, they cleaned their whole house,
Oh
just
God.
mobbed kind of things. And I am very sad that people are still practicing such kind of discriminatory thing, which I don't believe that are needed at this moment, at this 21st stage, which which is lacking behind our India. Otherwise, India is not lacking in anything. If we
True.
remove these kind of cheap things, our India can get more great than any other country in this world.
True,
So
true. I
no
believe the ones who
doubt,
are not, not having enough of the facilities and opportunities are the one having the zest to do more than others. The ones who are already having a lot in their hands do not value it. So the ones who are there with the answers to such things, like people have a statement stating that there is a lot of percentage given to the scheduled castes in the quota system and all. What is your take on it? I believe it's a positive thought to state that they are not coming in from a well-off family, so if they're getting the quota, they're still working hard for achieving something that could be their dream. So if you worked hard, you've achieved what you could have achieved, being the same person in any other atmosphere or any other caste. Because I don't believe that casteism, religion, and all these things matter as long as we are humans and we share the same blood. During this pandemic, I felt it even more, because when you are actually, your soul is leaving your body, some people are suffering when it is actually leaving the body and you're asked for the blood. You don't ask the doctor, is it coming from a scheduled caste or is it coming from a transgender? These are the concepts that I want to talk on deep talks. So we are not then thinking about casteism, discrimination, or anything like that. We just want to live more. So the fear of living and the fear of dying is already present in the mindset. So why cannot we have a revolutionary change? Something very interesting that you're talking about, Hardeep, because hardly people talk about who they are in their actual sense. You're talking about that you're not coming from a wealthy family. This is something that nobody else would share on a show like Deep Talks, because it is something that is so personal, and it takes a lot of confidence to achieve what you have done. And I wish you all the very best for the future, whatever you do, because I feel genuinely that people who don't get the opportunities, they create opportunities for themselves, and not only for themselves, they work harder for others to let them know that they should value each segment of their life and each aspect of their life. That's very interesting. There have been somebody who's trying to get through you. There is Jagdish who is mentioned. We need more and more these kind of videos to motivate the youngsters who just have given up on their dreams just because of this pandemic. Hardeep, Simar, a big salute to you. There is Vinayak Bangia who says a great session. So I believe there are people who like you, and there are people who feel that you have the potential to change this nation and make the youngsters feel proud of the work that you're doing, Hardeep. And so am I proud to get in touch with you, because it's been almost 6 months that we were in conversations, and today was a time, maybe a few hours before your birthday. It is celebration in itself that you have come on the seat and you're talking something that can actually evoke something in the mindset of the people who are watching the show and the ones who will be watching the show later on. It's rightly stated, my dear friends, educational seeds have the line of duty towards our nation. If you are educated, you need to do something for the nation, and you need to implement some acts in your behavior so that you stand tall than others. Because just by being educated is not enough a deed for claiming what you can and what you should. Respect the teachers and professors, it's a must, because they are the ones who are creating channels of opportunities for us to be able to be more positive, optimistic, progressive, and contribute back to the nation. This is something that I am talking because I believe the teachers have been my best friends. And the reason why I'm here on Deep Talks hosting such a wonderful show is because of the professors of GCG Sector 11 and the college and the areas where I've studied in the school. It's an alma mater, and my parents who have worked hard to have the line of communication with me as a friend. So, my dear viewers, please like and share this if you feel what we are talking is something that you can value, and we have the potential to carry forward such fantastic conversations in the future. So, Hardeep, coming back to you, I know that you must be hearing something that you are feeling proud of right now, because this is all what you wanted to share on the show. But do you think being bold, brainy, optimistic in the work might be a call for development in progress? Because I believe people can be brainy, but they cannot be optimistic at all. They could be bold, but they could not take the opportunity to be here on the show. So, do you think that you have fitted well to be here today on this show, being bold, brainy, optimistic in the work, and that you are development in yourself, because you are using self development as a cause of progress for the nation?
Yes, ma'am. I personally believe that we have to work on ourselves rather than started working on anything else. Because if we are something, only then we are able to give someone else. But no doubt, if we are, there is a very nice say, I think by Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, that
Yes.
if you are having an empty bowl, it doesn't mean that you are having nothing. Maybe you may have shared with someone, then that bowl got empty. Then start filling it, and then share it more with others. So
True.
just keep learning and keep filling ourselves also with knowledge, good points, human nature, good values, and then keep sharing with others. Only then we are able to be, called good human being. Because what happened in my life, rather than just facing various kind of, such things which you touched actually, that kind of partiality, rejection, discrimination, I just felt that no doubt, whatever my background is, whatever my color is, that doesn't matter if I'm not a good human being. Because earlier I was, also started, thinking negative, that my,
Yes.
luck is wrong, my life is wrong. I just got birth here in this color, these kind of things. But slow and steady, when I started, studying of great personalities of our great India and even abroad, worldwide
True.
people started working on their, wrong sections, wrong points, or weaker points, and they made them strong. Same thing happened with me. That
True.
whatever achievement I have made is not because of being a scheduled caste candidate. If I honestly tell you, I'm a proud human being first. Many
True.
many of my friends say that you are supporting scheduled castes. You are supporting LGBT people. Are
True.
you one of them? I just honestly say I'm a human being. I'm a human
True.
being, and it's duty to support other human being. And this is our,
Yes.
right. That if we got freedom, we should not snatch someone else's freedom. And what happened?
Yes.
Last year at pandemic time, it happened that everyone was sitting, at home, and at that time, some of my friends were, kind of taunting in a very,
Okay.
funny manner that you are scheduled caste, you will get a job, you will get a better future. I just honestly told them that whatever achievement I made is without using my scheduled caste certificate. No doubt. If someone made me, scheduled caste just thousands of years ago, if some, people are just made lower caste, those who are very hard working, and I'm very glad
True.
after studying I came to know about my, great history of our India, which is coming in
True.
even government job and even IAS level studies. Even the questions are, and in even in the interview of civil services, such questions are asked that is it
True.
valid to provide, some facilities to scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, females, girls, and it is still happening. That in 1951, our India's first Law Minister of India, Dr. Ambedkar, resigned from his law ministership when he just tried
Yes.
to give 50% means equal
True.
opportunities for males and females, but the cabinet rejected that females are not supposed to go and study, go and work outside, come into the parliament. Even it is still happening that girls are not getting equal opportunities in Indian government and private sector, even in equal wages, even they are
True.
getting only 33%, not even
True.
50%, means no equality. Because Ambedkar ji thought that if abroad, the countries abroad are working on equality, that's why they are developed. But if we keep
True.
discriminating females and some, hardworking sections of our society, they are just kept away from the facilities, even basic facilities. People were not even given facilities to even enjoy food, earning whatever they are, doing hard work. Even they were not given salaries, and even they were not allowed to drink water at the public places. They were not allowed to even walk on the streets. So that's why I'm very proud that whatever I have achieved is just because of my great, social reformer, Bhagat
That
Singh ji,
is
Subhash Chandra
wonderful,
Bose,
Hardeep. It
Ambedkar
takes
ji.
immense courage. It takes immense courage, and I would believe that it is a struggle in itself to face what you have faced, and you are here now enlightening others about what you have gone through. Somebody has to take the initiative. So it is something that one has to take a step. Even when you are born, when everybody starts to walk, they have to actually initiate that effort to walk or to stand. And the ones who are facing some challenges, obviously, all respect to them, they also learn to fly high in the sky. There are people who walk with crutches. There are people who are striving hard to, win the Olympics, and the Indians who are participating everywhere in the global areas to make our country proud of their own abilities. And not only that, inspire the people around them. So you're one of them who is trying to make a way for those who are there as scheduled castes and trying to break the barriers to actually have those stereotypes cling to their mindset that being a scheduled caste is nothing. You are a human being first, and if you have that knowledge that you can implement at the right moment, it can become a lifetime, I would say a lifetime asset for you. Not only you're contributing to the larger areas in life. Why can't we have an open mindset is the question that I ask the audience and the people around us. We are the ones who frame these kind of stereotypes over the years, and we are the ones who want to break away from them. That is why live-in relationships, extramarital affairs, these are all being talked about on deep talks. It's a grave concern for the nation that if people are fearing to share their life experiences to even psychologists, mental health experts, then it is a serious concern, maybe more serious than this pandemic, because it does affect the mindset. And it is rightly also stated that few of the tips that I give on the show, like today, I would state comparisons lead to unhealthy ways of conditioning a mindset. When you compare people, when you compare, children at home also, when you're comparing your wife to somebody else outside, when you're comparing yourself to somebody else, always lowers your self-esteem and respect, my dear viewers. The audience is watching as youngsters also. I would like to say that do not compare yourself to anybody. You are the perfect role model God has created. You are unique. You have your own abilities and potential to strive for higher things in life. Maybe you are made for something special. Who knows what the inner potential you are having? So kindly use the knowledge and implement, and also seek guidance from people who you feel can actually relate to you at that moment, and try to extract what good you can from that person, because at that point of time you would feel bright. And that's all the mental health experts do. In India, people are fearing going to mental health experts. In foreign countries, it's become a casual routine. They have their appointments fixed in the roster calendars for visiting the psychologist if they have an issue, whether it's sleeplessness, whether it's a low feeling, whether it's a low drive in the hormones for females. It's something, it's so trivial for them. Here, it's become a taboo. Okay, we visited a psychologist, there must be something wrong with the person, because there is something related to the mental set of the person. So I feel and I request the audience to share this video, because when you share, people come to know that as mental health expert, it takes a lot to strike these conversations and build a rapport with the client so that they can place their trust on us and we can actually help them and guide them towards the right path. And probably anybody's guidance, it's just not me. You cannot relate only to me. There are so many mental health experts across the globe you can relate to, and you can just give a call and ask for help. What better a way it is when I stated, maybe somebody listening out right there could understand that mental health experts also are doing a great job for the country, and we are proud of them who are doing it and making this nation a better place to live in. So Hardeep, what has been the biggest achievement so far in your life apart from the achievements you've got? I would like to ask you, which achievement is your favorite and why?
By the way, whatever achievement I have made in my personal life are no doubt are making me some kind of proudful, and they are offering me some kind of positive energy. All right, yes, I have made that dream come true. But the biggest achievement, peace of mind granting achievement is that no doubt I have achieved something, either from starting from rural level and reaching to the global level. I feel the happiest moment in my life when my youngsters, the students coming to my academy and getting services of education, and when they are achieving their life, that is my real achievement actually, because I have seen that what happening in our Indian society. No doubt, if we are from rich family, we can you know go to very expensive schools, colleges,
Yes.
universities, and we can hire some very expensive experts
Yes.
like educators.
True.
But what happened with
True.
the 80% of my India, which is not even very rich, and this happened in this pandemic time from last year.
Yes.
80% students are unable to access to smartphones, online classes.
Yes.
But I'm very glad I, started providing my services because in lockdown time last year, I was going, provide services with various NGOs and Gurdwara Sahib committees when we were going to collect some langars for needy people. So slow and steady, I came to know that yes, there are some villages just nearby Chandigarh. Even there is no, clear access of road, light, water, even drinking water, and internet is, network. There is no network. So I started,
Yes.
providing my, educational services there. And from last 5 years, I'm very proud that producing 100% success rate of my academy students is my real achievement, ma'am.
Fantastic.
Even
Fantastic.
even students, yeah, even students were not able to clear their some classes either at school, college, and university, and sometime in IELTS. So when I started providing them, my educational services, they felt proud, and even they cleared their classes and exams just in 1 month, 10 days, and 7 days, and a girl cleared just in 3 days her 11th class compartment. And
Wonderful.
even I subjects cleared their studies, which were not possible by reaching in expensive coaching centers in Chandigarh, even after paying huge fees. And when they
Huge.
came, I just provided personal services and personal services at very cheaper rate than market. And they cleared their exam and they are enjoying abroad right now. They are higher education. So this is my
I can
real
see the
achievement. That
amount
if
of
I'm becoming
satisfaction
successful,
we're getting from serving the people at a very lower fees. You are providing education that talks a lot about who you are, Hardeep, because there are people who need the opportunities to grow and get better with their life. And if you are able to touch those hearts and minds, I believe you are doing your deeds. And this is what we have on Deep Talks tonight. And there is something that I always ask the person who comes on the seat, that a message for the audience and a message for the host. And I know that it is your birthday tomorrow, and I would love to wish you, all the ones who've been connected to Deep Talk so far. This is the 63rd episode, and we are honored to have you. The ones who've come from their side, on behalf of my parents, my family, we all wish you a beautiful future ahead, which is right there in your hands, and you can contribute towards the development of the nation. I know that you're going to make many more proud of the work that you are doing. A Deep Talks always states every heart and mind needs to express. Love Seat holds relevance with bold moves. I always started this with a mission that if I can let people express their heart out on this show, it would definitely mean a lot to me. And you are the first youngster who I have thought about getting on the show and getting rolled on with this bold move of, starting a conversation with someone just 22. Are you turning 22 or you are turning 23 tomorrow?
actually I'm 1992 born, ma'am. So I'm getting entry in 29 years old age. But I believe age is just a number.
Age is just a number. Yes, I do believe and I do agree with you. And that puts a smile on your face that maybe you've contributed a lot and you're trying to even achieve higher aims in life, and you should have certain aims in life. So, what is that one last message, Hardeep, that you would want to convey to the audience and the ones who'll be watching us later and the ones who've joined us? I would love to thank you all, because you know what? When you are there commenting, I just love it, because this is the unconditional love that comes in with Deep Talks, and it just keeps me moving forward, because these are the blessings that I take away from this show. So everyone means a lot to me, everybody is equal to me, and I am always available for the services of mental health issues that are there. So please spread a message, and anyone who's having any query regarding anything can always pop in their queries at gurleenkhokhar@gmail.com. gurleenkhokhar@gmail.com. This is my email ID. And yes, Hardeep, one message that you would love to pass on to everybody or to youngsters, and one message to the host.
The point is that first of all, thanks a lot for best wishes for my birthday, ma'am, and it is advance booking for tomorrow. Nice. And the point is that one message for everyone around the world, those who are watching this great session by Gurleen Khokhar, ma'am. I'm very feeling honored and proud to be the first youngster to come on this show. By the way,
True.
if I have done something, only then I made some entry at such a great show, international great show, which is,
True.
providing great motivation, love, care at this, critical pandemic time. And a
Yes.
great message from my side, which I believe I should, share with everyone, that there are always problems till our last breath, but we should never
Yes.
give up. My name is Hardeep Sinhmar, and I'm very glad that when I started representing India since 2010, just when I came into national and international dailies with my
Great.
some interviews, my name can be searched on Google, Hardeep Simar, and there are various links of Facebook, Instagram, and even my contact details. If anyone is feeling any kind of problem, first of all, I would like to suggest to contact Gurleen ma'am, and
Thanks a lot.
even you can contact me also whenever you
True.
are feeling any kind of down situation or any kind of stress and depression situation. I most welcome anyone from any corner, from any city, from any country, most welcome, because being a human, it's my duty rather than to just enjoy my personal life success, rather than making personal peace of mind, we should spread love and peace around. So this is my message: never give up, just keep contacting. Nobody know where you will get the solution, because if any lock is made in this world, there are always keys, and if any key is lost, there are still some experts, those who can make master keys or fake keys. Still they can solve the problem. Every problem got a solution, every lock got a key, and every disease got a cure. So it's my humble request to everyone: please keep contacting your friends, family members, and if not possible, contact the experts. In our India, mental health is ignored at the highest rate, because if someone
True.
is contacting mental health expert, people start thinking that he is not fine from mind, he's mental, he's crazy. Either he's in
True.
depression or he just fell in love and he's going to suicide. That's why he's contacting. But the reality is, after last year, our great, actor Sushant Singh
Yes.
Rajput. Now I don't
True.
know how was it a murder or suicide. After that,
Yes.
people start taking this mental health topic little bit
True.
serious. But there's a lot more things to do, and I'm very glad. I'm not a psychology student, but I'm glad that I have met various kind of people at various places. So at least I can contribute a little in my making in making my India great and this world peaceful place. Heaven on earth is possible. Just keep
True.
talking, keep contacting, keep enjoying. That's best wishes from my side, and let's make this planet Earth more great. That's all from my
That's
side, man.
wonderful, Hardeep. Thanks a lot for joining us. I would raise a toast to all the bold souls who have come so far till the 62nd episode, and Hardeep, including him, the 63rd episode successfully completed. I would request everybody to stay safe, stay mentally and physically fit, enjoy every moment of your life, because this is something that you are living every moment. And I believe that whatever Hardeep has shared today is enlightening enough to all of the ones who will be watching this. And I request you all that if you have a heart and if you care for someone, you would definitely share this video, because this is going to spark somebody and uplift a soul. And if you can uplift a soul, why wait a little bit more longer? I'm not asking for anything. I'm not asking for money from you. It is something that just only invites your sharing this video with others and making the people smile, because that is what we really need. We don't need much from you. We only require your precious time whenever we are online. And we would keep you updated about the grand news which will be coming soon, The ones who will be coming on the show in the coming weeks, you will come to know from me, and you will be getting the flyers and the updates very soon, because the one who's going to come on this show soon on 8th of July is a very special soul, and I'm sure that we have broken the barriers and we have gone and stretched ourselves to somebody who's a pranic healer and has served the corporate sector for last 25 years and is a very well-renowned name in the Bollywood segment. So please stay tuned. And the ones coming from foreign countries, they are also the ones who are achievers in their lives. And I am glad that I'm lucky enough to be a part of their life, and I hold a significant place in their heart and mind. So, my dear viewers, this is Miss Gurleen Khokhar, who hosted Hardeep Sinhmar, a global peace ambassador, and somebody who is still striving to work harder for the development of the nation. So, let's say Jai Hind and raise a toast to all the bold souls. Stay safe, stay mentally and physically fit. Enjoy every moment of your living. Thanks a lot for joining us tonight. Bye bye.
Good night, ma'am.